What is an embouchure? All of those things. To those first sounds that you heard at home, which even kind of giving it away right now, I think you can tell that they sound pretty good together. This is a really good group of kids. I'm excited about working with them. The woodwind class is one size, and the brass class is another size, and we can't all fit in the band room. And that's a great problem to have. So tonight, when you're listening to us play, many of the things that you will hear, they will be playing together for the very first time. So we're going to start. How does it happen? How does it happen? Once you get the instruments and we come to the band room, the first goal of band class is to get everyone on the same note. That one note, we're going to learn that one note. We're going to be able to play that note. And we do that through learning how to breathe and hold the instrument and shape our faces. And our first goal is to play long tone 10. And what that is a 10-second note, everyone on the same note. And we're going to show you now what that sounded like then and what it sounds like now. That, of course, is the now. And I'm just going to let you use your imagination about then. Because, we went through that, and it took us a while to actually get to the place where we could all play the same note. But once you have one note, then it becomes a matter of moving around on the instruments and trying to play other notes. And some of the stuff you heard us warming up with, they're called 5-note patterns. And they're like a scale. They're not quite a scale. And so we learn those, and they start to learn key signatures. And we're going to show off one of those for you right now. This is the concert B-flat 5-note scale pattern. You'll notice in the back, the percussionists, as I'm giving signals, they're changing the rhythm too, because they've comprehended what those are, and we kind of have a system going on. All right, 5-note pattern. Now, as you may remember, we talked about we take everybody into our band program here in the 6th grade at Osborne Middle School, from folks who don't know anything about music to folks who may have other abilities that they've already fostered a little bit. So what you're going to hear this evening is we will not be playing an entire movement of Beethoven's Ninth for you tonight, because we're still growing, and it takes a little while to get these physical characteristics and shape. And to do that, we play songs that are rather not lengthy in duration. So we're going to do one of those now. After we all get playing one sound, we'll try to start moving around like you just heard. And then we'll start looking at some familiar melodies, melodies that we knew when we were children. Hopefully you've been hearing some of these melodies in practice time at home. And so the idea is to play something in unison. And uni, of course, means one, where we all play exactly the same sounds, and we all try to make the same rhythms and the same notes. So we're going to give you an example of that with London Bridge. next thing that we do is we'll start to divide the band into sections. While we're still playing unison, we start to recognize that there are different sections, of course, and there are different sounds that can come from those sections. And this is all leading up to eventually a band piece that we're going to share with you in a few minutes here. This is going to be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. In our book, it's called Mozart Melody. And we're going to divide. At some point in here, you should hear the brass be the only group that is playing with percussion. And another point in here, you'll hear just the woodwinds be playing. And this is our next step to independence of parts and a real band piece. Of course, with notes comes rhythms, and this is one of the first pieces that we learned that had actual 8 notes in it, or 2 notes on a beat. And we're going to show off the woodwind section. For this one, it's called Skip to Mother. Now, if you're really keen, you probably sense that time that the wheels can come off of this thing at any moment. It takes a little courage to stand up here. That was good. That was actually a good recovery. So next we're going to show off our trumpet section, and they're going to start with what's called a pickup note, and this is from William Tell Overture. Okay, then comes more of a moment of truth where we start to divide out and play different things at the same time. Okay, up until this point, we've just been, you guys stop playing while these guys play, you guys stop playing while these guys play. Now we're all going to play at the same time, where the best way to teach this concept of playing something different than someone that's in the same group is a round, like row, row your boat, or whatnot. The round that we're going to use is Ferris Yaka, and we're actually going to divide the band into girls and boys for this one. And ladies will go first, and after that the boys will come in, and you'll hear them playing the round where 2 different groups are playing the same music at the same time, at different parts. This is the next step. I've been told that if you can come to a beginning band concert and recognize the tunes, that learning is taking place. That's what I've been told. I hope you're seeing a little bit higher level than that, because these guys are great, and we're going to take you to the next thing. The next tune is actually our very first, what's called a band arrangement, where individual sections and individual people have things that are different. And this one is, I guess, not for all us Falcons fans, called When the Saints Go Marching In. They won't be marching in this year, but maybe the Falcons will. Our first band arrangement. It starts with percussion, and then you'll hear the more treble clef instruments come in. But listen for the bass too, because they come in measure 3. So we keep adding things, and one of the next things that we add with Old MacDonald Had a Band is loudness and softness. So as we play this one, we're going to try to exhibit to you that we can play the music as we've been learning, but we're also going to play some louds for you and some softs for you, and the sections divide, and you can hear the percussion as well. So we hope you like this. It's called Old MacDonald, or Old Mr. Green Had a Band.
chce sa strnali dať ho nazad. Počkej tady, ale jde mi nazad.
Okay, next I want to go a little off program here for just a moment. In band class, we have what's called show-offs. And those of you who can see in your practice charts and stuff, it says we're going to show-off for band class. So at certain times during band class, kids can come in and they can sign up on the board and say, hey, I've been working on this, and it's something maybe you haven't been talking about, Mr. Green, or it's something that's a little further along in the book, or me and my buddies got together and we want to do this. And we have show-offs in band class. I've got a particular student here that wants to play a show-off for us on the concert, and his name is Seth O'Donovan. And Seth has come to us here in America recently from Ireland, and Seth has been studying baritone for a little bit longer than most of us here. And Seth has a nice show-off that he's going to share with us now. Seth, do you want to share it from your seat, or do you want to come up? What do you want to do? Are you comfortable there? He's comfortable there. So this is Seth O'Donovan, and he's going to play a little bit of Star Wars for us. Next, we want to share with you our selection that we really, really like. This is called Power Rock. And I guess I shouldn't date myself too much, or you either, but it includes the tunes, you may remember when they came out. We Will Rock You, and Another One Bites the Dust.
Okay.
I said Queen to these guys the other day. They said, who is she?
Oh. Oh, so good. playing with smartphones.
All right, so that's kind of a little journey of where we started from to where we are tonight. And I hope that you're seeing growth in your kid. I hope they're having lots of fun with friends in band class and learning to play a musical instrument. Sometimes it takes a little effort. Yeah, it does. But I think you can hear the rewards are certainly worth it. We're going to play an encore for you, and then what I'll do is I'll keep the kids in place for just a couple minutes. And if you want to come down and get a shot of your kid, a little candid, while they're here, once we break from that, then that will be just great and welcome. After we do that, I'm going to ask for a little help for our custodial staff who are awesome, who helped us get the chairs set up and whatnot. And we'd like to have the chairs stacked in piles of, where's it? I'm going to say 7. Let's go for 7. I think it's more than that, but we'll be safe. We won't get them too high. Let's stack them in piles of 7 so that they can cart them back. And our percussion guys will help get the percussion stuff back to the band room. Your kids' instrument cases are all in the band room. And once I dismiss them after the little photo op we'll have here, they can go get them and then probably meet you out here in this large hallway that will contain us. Better than feeling like you have to run all the way down to the band room where it'll bottleneck. I love teaching band. I love teaching band. This is my 21st year doing this. And your kids are awesome. So this is why I get up in the morning. That's why I stay late at night. And I hope that they're having as much fun as I am being their teacher. So thanks for coming tonight, being a little warm in the gym. Hope it's worth it for you. We're going to close with Hard Rock Blues. This is a little blues piece. And then we'll hold for some photos if you want to come on down.